Hey guys, welcome back to Why Not Play Halo. Today, we're going to have a special Halo news segment regarding the different infection updates that 343 Industries put out. A lot of these things, some famous and popular infection YouTubers have been trying to convince 343 to do for a long time. Anyway, let's get right into today's story about the map exploit fixes. A couple of days ago, 343 Industries put up a forum post about how they fixed all of the dreaded glitch spots on Halo 5 Infection. We've all been there. Some noob steals your last man, possibly a Nair, because he's camping in, let's say, the fence in Malignant with the Hydra, spamming it at the ceiling, or on the pipes on Riptide, and no one's able to get up to him, so he was just able to feed. Now, these cheap ways to get medals and points have been removed, making the infection playlist so much more acceptable, especially to any tryhards that might get annoyed when their last man is stolen. Anyway, to be understandable completely about what 343 has done, let's look at their forum post. It details all the changes that they've made to each of these maps to fix these different glitch spots. On Backwoods, they added an invisible blocker to the high rock ledge above Bog, which is meant to prevent any players from exploiting this unfair height advantage in the infection game mode. Also, they updated the tree forge objects so they can prevent players from exploiting the unfair height advantages, of course, in the infection. Now, we'll get onto this tree forge object later in talking about some of the things that 343 probably should have done better. On Doubloon, they added invisible blockers to the large rock column that's near Cove to basically have players not able to get into this unfair height spot. Also, they added invisible blockers to the large rock wall by the old cannons to prevent players from exploiting this spot. On Ghoultown, they added invisible blockers to the rocky skylight that's inside of the cave that you can prevent players from exploiting this now because you can get really high in there and no zombies can ever get up to you. Anyway, they also added invisible blockers to the tall tree above the cave so they can prevent players from exploiting this. On Hellfire, they added gravity volumes to the back wall above deck so that they can prevent players from getting up to there. Also, on Malignant, they added an invisible blocker to the Thing crevice above the truck. They added an invisible blocker to the metal gate in Gallery, added an invisible blocker to the tree branches above Flowers, added invisible blockers to the piping in the ceiling above Blue Band in Gallery, and they added an invisible blocker to the metal awning that's above Bog so they can prevent players from exploiting all of these different unfair height advantages, of course, in the infection game mode. On Nerve Center, they added invisible blockers to the Pelican above Eastgate, so a lot of people have been complaining about the Pelican glitch spot, and of course some noobs are like, oh, how can I get up there? I really want to exploit this spot, and thankfully, a lot of the times these noobs would get infected before they can get up there, and now this problem won't even be a thing anymore, thankfully, because 343 was able to remove this glitch spot. On Power Installation, they added invisible blockers to the giant wheel so that people can't get on top of the turbines on this map. And on Riptide, they added invisible blockers to the piping above Dunes and Garden, to the broken submarine above Dock, and also to the ceiling of Orange Treehouse. So all of these different glitch spots on Riptide have been removed, making this map one of the better maps. Also, on Station Zulu, they added invisible blockers and the forge object areas to the area below load zone to prevent players from hiding indefinitely in this spot while playing on this map. On Storm's End, they added invisible blockers to the high rock edge behind the tower so they could prohibit players from getting up to there. Anyway, they also said that if anybody finds other spots they think are exploits, that they want to have us, the people that play Halo 5 Guardians, to let them know in the comments in the thread for this forum. Anyway, with all these spots removed, basically the infection YouTube world would be very happy with these changes. There are also some other changes to Infection that might be handy to know. On Hellfire, they made an addition to weapons on the map by adding the Carbine, which respawns every 30 seconds. This weapon is insanely overpowered, which gave 343 a reason to have it respawn for all the players to be able to receive the same advantage in getting this weapon. Big Time Bike Fan, the member of our channel who gets all the clips and gameplay, was able to hit a double nair with this weapon, which is pretty cool. This clip and others were included in our third infection montage. Some people aren't sure exactly though if the carbine is going to stay on Hellfire. There's some debate whether the 343 Industries accidentally put this on, or if it was an Easter egg that will be removed quickly. Anyway, if it is still on there when you're watching this, you should really give it a try. It's a very quality weapon, and even some people have switched from the DMR, which a lot of people believe to be the best weapon for Halo 5 Infection. Also, on Station Zulu, all of the respawns for the pistols have been turned off. Now, this is sad for those who can't get to the weapons quick enough. However, for those that can get to it every time before everyone else, they probably like it more because there aren't 8 people running all around the map with the same weapon. Also, on Doubloon, all of the roofs, they were able to put up blockers because these gave an extremely unfair advantage to the survivors. A ton of dead rounds were happening on Doubloon because the survivors were camping up there with the CE pistol, the tactical magnum, and the railgun, weapons like this. Finally, in some of the maps, 343 moved around some of the objects like crates that also recreated some of the walls as well. On Hellfire, for example, they removed all of the crates in Oven and also flattened out the back wall in Oven. All these things in this update, you'd think that people are pretty happy and that they're very excited to be able to play Halo 5 Infection without all of these glitch spots. However, there were many things 343 did well in removing the glitches, but there are still some that persist, like the arc light glitch and power installation. This glitch, however, is something that they would really have to fix by totally redoing how the walls are made in Halo 5, which might not be a very feasible option, especially if they're working on a Halo 6. Anyway, Halo 5 Infection has become a better playlist because of this update. However, work still needs to be done to completely eliminate all of the unfair advantages in the game. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, possibly comment things that you think we should redo in this video to make our other videos better, and of course, subscribe if you're new to our channel. Thank you for watching this video once again, and have a great rest of the day.